I'm cheesing so hard because I was watching a Quenlin, Blackwell, and Larry video. I actually need to finish, but I wanted to record this while I still had the oomph and gusto to record this. It makes me sound like I'm afraid to whip out my camera. I'm not. Jesus. This is like a callback episode because basically I was just watching an old YouTube video. Wait, because I personally think that this YouTube video is actually the best one on my channel. I personally think that the amount of yapping that I did without any freaking questions or any freaking topic to talk about, I think that that video is genuinely like gold. Like that is like peak yap from me. So I just wanted to say like that video, you have to go watch it, because that I literally just sat here and watched my own video. You know how emotionally embarrassing and traumatizing it is to watch a video you made yourself? I just rewatched a whole entire freaking YouTube video of mine and I was giggling, laughing, cackling, and also realizing how much I've grown, because I was talking about for a little bit I was talking about how I was afraid to come to college, because that video was filmed on the 4th of July of 2025 and now it's freaking March of what year is this? 2026. Now it's freaking March of 2026, so it's also just silly to see like, oh, I was like so scared, and I was like, girl, ain't nothing to be scared about, like what? So I was basically gonna just try to do that video again because I thought it was cool, and I think I should do more of those instead of trying to like have a topic to talk about because it's heavy on my heart. Instead, just like yap and we'll see where the conversation goes. I was eating chips in that video. I don't have chips because I don't really be eating chips like that. Even then, I didn't eat chips like that, but those baked salt and vinegar chips were fire. You don't understand. But I don't eat chips like that, so that was very interesting for me to be eating chips. But I'm eating Dino Nuggies and barbecue sauce. Well, obviously, I'm not gonna just eat the barbecue sauce. They're gonna get dipped in it. They're gonna get dipped in it. Random stuff to talk about. What? Random stuff to talk about. Recently I realized that like I do everything too fast. I walk very fast, I talk very fast, my mind is rapidly like doom 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 when I'm like just here, you know? And I was talking with my friend Morgan and she was like, yeah girl, you talk really fast. It's okay to take a breath, like take a breath. I'm like, yo, I realized that too. And then sometimes I just can't do it because my mouth moves faster than my brain and my thoughts are already barreling in at a mile a second. And then I don't know what to say or how to talk, and I pause like that because I don't even remember what the end of that sentence was gonna be. So yeah, I went to a study abroad info session the other day because I want to study abroad. I want to go to Australia and Korea. I want to go to Australia first, and then spring semester of my junior year, I want to go to Korea. I want to go to Australia fall semester of my junior year because it'll be warm on my birthday. And I don't know, I generally just like the aesthetic of Australia. I watch a bunch of Australian shows. They're like Heartbreak High, Mako Mermaids, stuff like that. Not like true Australian TV, because I actually don't know what true Australian TV is even like. But I was thinking this thought the other day, and I was like, whoa, what if I come back from Australia and I accidentally have a little bit of an accent from being immersed for 5 months and my friends all think I'm just like clowning because I'm actually really good at Australian accents naturally. Y'all don't know this actually. A quirky little fact about me is that I'm actually really good at Australian accents, but well, relatively, because I don't know what I sound like to a native, but I know that to other Americans I can actually sound Australian. And I've always wanted to actually go up to a native and see if I could trick them into thinking that I'm actually from Sydney. But I'm not from Sydney. This is simply just from watching my shows. And my mom also thinks that I'm really good at an Australian accent because my first English teacher was Australian. And so I came home and I was like, mummy, blah, 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 whatever. And I was like, two. Well, I'm actually really good at the Australian accent thing. And so I'm afraid that my friends, when I come back from Australia, if I accidentally have an accent with my natural like talking, that they'll think that I'm just being silly and clowning, and they're gonna like be like, why are you talking like that? And I'm gonna be like, what are you talking about? And they're gonna think I'm clowning, when actually in all actuality that just like it naturally like was impressed on me. Because when I'm around people that I like, I pick up their cadence sometimes, and I pick up their slang and their words and how they talk sometimes, and then I incorporate it into how I talk, you know, because like, what is it, imitation is the best form of flattery or something like that, I don't know. So I was talking about how I was watching my old video, right? I've actually watched a few of my videos full through, and that's how I know that they're actually good vlogs or good videos in general, because I'm able to go back and watch a video that I literally spent hours editing and got tired of it sitting in front of me. I was able to go back and watch it and actually enjoy it. That's how I know that it's actually a good video, because I'm able to enjoy it when I usually get secondhand embarrassment when my own videos pop up. When my own YouTube videos pop up. When my TikTok videos pop up, I be watching. I be sitting there and watching it. I'm not gonna lie. When it's a YouTube video, I'm like, get off my screen. But I was watching, back to what I was actually trying to talk about with that point. I was watching that old video and I loved my hair, and my locks were in their happy accident phase when I tried to get my mom to give me brown hair with blue highlights, and we tried to do it at home. There's a video I have up of us trying to do that. My mom crashing out on camera, basically. I was looking at that hair, I'm like, oh, that hair was actually like so amazing. And so basically I want to dye my hair whenever these braids are out. So in like May, I want to dye my hair. I want to, can you hear that on camera? I want to get an under dye again. I want to get an under dye again because I liked how it looked in that video. So I want to get a teal under dye and then dye the rest of my hair like brown, like low-key this brown that this is right here. The rest of my hair be like this color, and then the teal under dye. Imagine my hair finger coiled out with blue under dye and then brown hair at the top. Oh my gosh. And then a few curls will be like blue brown mix because it's like at the barrier. Oh my gosh. But I've also been in between just like getting brown hair with blue highlights instead of having a brown under dye. I don't know. My camera's about to die and it's actually pissing me to freak off. It's pissing me to freak off, actually. I actually didn't order Dino Nuggies when I ordered my groceries. I ordered regular nuggets. But I was like, if it's not there, just replace it with whatever's there and I'll review it. And the guy picked up Dino Nuggies, so like I've never eaten a Dino Nuggie in my life. Like this is like a true like authentic college experience. Because why am I sitting here eating Dino Nuggies like I'm 5, bro? When I make these videos, I know I'm mostly just talking to myself because I usually end up getting like 30 views. I actually don't care. Because there's something so, like, people may think I'm crazy for saying this, but there's actually something so therapeutic about talking to a camera. And then being able to like go back and hear what you said and how honestly you were able to say those things. And then like edit it and make it even funnier than how you regularly said them. I know for me, I literally like just the other day recorded a voice memo to like remind myself to make a video about it, but I'm actually not gonna make a video about it because I think it was too vulnerable. But I recorded a voice memo of me talking about something that is actually incredibly relatable. I think it's incredibly relatable. But it was a little too vulnerable. So I'm not gonna do nothing with it. Maybe I will if I grow like a little more confidence and gusto to do something with that voice recording. But I'm probably not gonna do nothing with it. But I'm just saying, like, there's something so therapeutic about talking to a camera or talking to your phone, talking into the night. I don't know. There's something so therapeutic about it. I love it, personally, because I've just gotten so comfortable with cameras. Like I shoot short films on campus, and then I'm always recording, and then everyone wants to shove a camera in your face nowadays. So I've gotten so comfortable with cameras that's like, it's an outlet. It's a cool outlet to express creativity. Oh my gosh. let me tell you, my sweet mate. I actually have to keep my voice down because I don't know how thin these walls are or not, and if she can hear me regularly talking or not. So we gonna keep our voices down. My sweet mate, not my roommate, not my roommate. Me and my roommate have actually been bonding recently, and which is it. I'll get to that. I'll get to that afterwards. But my sweet mate, one of them, both of them are low key like cuckoo loca, but one of them, she keeps smoking in our bathroom, and the scent, as someone who does not smoke, the scent bleeds from underneath the door into our room sometimes. And my roommate was even pissed because she was like, it doesn't even smell like weed, it smells like it's laced. And then I was like, honey, it definitely doesn't smell like weed. Let me say, I do not smoke, but if you come onto this HBCU campus, you're gonna know what smells like. And honey, whatever she's smoking in there, it doesn't smell like weed and it doesn't smell like a cigarette. So I'm confused. My roommate said, I don't know what she's smoking, it doesn't smell like it has to be laced, it has to be. And we were talking and I was like, that has to be the most disgusting thing that she's ever smoking because it doesn't smell regular. And also, it's actually warming up outside. Why can't you go the fuck outside like a normal fucking person? And if you can't handle going outside for a quick smoke since you need to smoke so fucking badly, then maybe you need to quit, because maybe it's actually too much for you and you need to figure out your life and not fucking smoke because you can't step outside for 5 minutes. Sorry, that's been on my heart. Back to the roommate part. We're actually low-key bonding. I'm saying that, you know, most people are like, oh, I bonded with my freshman college roommate. We were just like such best friends, and when I got on campus and we met, it was just like amazing and life-changing or whatever. For us, it was just kind of like, yo, hey, and she was like, hey. I was like, hi, and we coexist, just like a calm coexistence. But now this month, not even this semester, this month, I don't know if you know, I was able to be so freaking consistent earlier in the year of 2026 because she was gone for like all of January and then basically all of February. She was gone and she wasn't here, so I was able to record in my room all the time, like no issues, no problems. That's why I was freaking consistent, because I have recording anxiety and don't like recording in front of others. And then she came back or whatever, and so I was struggling to record. I talked about me struggling to record in my last video, question mark. I might have cut that out of that video actually, but I talked about me struggling to record at some point recently, I'm pretty sure. Now I'm finding my flow again. My first semester flow. But this month, me and my roommate have been bonding more, mostly simply because of how annoyed we are with our sweet mates. And the niggas who are knocking on my door 24/7 about campaign season.
Get them banned.
Mind you, I got a knock on my door today. Voting was 2 days ago. Yesterday? Like, why are you knocking on my door now? Maybe there's a runoff. Maybe. I actually don't know. But can you leave me alone? Please? And then somebody knocking on a door down the hall, like the police. I felt the rumbles like from here. Now, I don't know if it was actually security or not, because it could have actually been security, but like, yo, y'all need to chill out. And they putting stuff under our doors, like little flyers. You know people are throwing those out. Like, if you don't just heavily do your social media campaigning, because you know we're throwing those out, right? Oh, I'm watching Soul Eater right now. So, for those of you who don't know, I don't like regularly watch anime. I actually like don't watch anime, you know? Hold on. I don't want this shit to die on me. Give me a second. For those of you who don't know, I don't watch a lot of anime. I've recently like been getting into it because of my friends. And so last semester during Jiho, I watched Psyche K. This semester, because that's how long the break was, this semester I just finished Death Note like a week or two ago. I just finished Death Note. Death Note's really good, guys. I think that might be my favorite so far. Like right now, Death Note might be my favorite. Although, actually wait, because I loved Psyche K. because it was just so sarcastic and funny, and I love sarcastic and funny. So Psyche K was low-key banger though. Psyche K was banger. So low-key Psyche K favorite with Death Note as a close second, because Death Note did fall off after after episode 25. If you know what happens in episode 25, good for you. After episode 25, that shit falls off. High key, low key, high key. I still watched it. The ending is still good, but like it got harder to watch after episode 25. And then right now I'm watching Soul Eater because I accidentally bought a phone case that was a Soul Eater phone case, and I didn't realize that Soul Eater was an anime. I just thought that the phone case was very me coded, and then I realized it was an anime because I looked up Soul Eater, and I was like, oh, it's an anime. And then I was like, I'm gonna watch this anime, so that I'm not like fake and I have something on my phone that I've actually never seen a day in my life. Because I don't know how people will like wear jackets or shirts that say a city that they've actually never been to, or have stuff that say things that they just actually don't relate to. Like, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be fake. I don't want to have something and be like, yeah, it just like doesn't relate to me at all. Like, no. Like, no. I don't want to be that person. So it says Soul Eater on it. I said, oh, that's an actual anime. I immediately started watching. I'm on episode 23 right now. Also, I just watched Heartbreak High season 3. Heartbreak High is not an anime. This was just like a random freaking flip switch, but it was so good. Heartbreak High was my show, and I literally cried during the ending. The ending isn't like cry worthy, but like I just cried. I'm a very emotional person. Yeah, I don't know. I loved that show, and I'm low-key just mourning the fact that like my high school experience was nothing like the high school experience I expected myself to have, because TV and movies make high school look so crazy, like one, dramatic, but two, like really, really fun. I'm not gonna say wholesome because that was a word that was in my head, but these shows do not show high school in a wholesome way. Not the shows I watch, but they show like such deep friendships and like crazy drama and like school connectedness. It feels, at least a little bit. And then like my high school experience was nothing like that. My high school experience was like a filler episode. Like majority of it was boring as hell. Things only got interesting like senior year. Senior year was the only year that it actually got interesting, and it was still not what I expected it to be. So, but yeah, I cried when that show ended. I cried, deadass. Another thing, my skin has been acting up. It looks fine right now, but I'm also wearing makeup. But for my makeup to not be like peeling right now is actually a really good thing. Basically, my skin was oily skin. Now I think it's transferred into being combination skin. My skin used to be like really oily. I'd get like clogged pores right here and right here. I'd get little bumps up here, and then I have clogged pores down here. And I actually still have issues in my T-zone in that area, right? Well, really just right here. So my I zone, I don't think that it's called that. But I still have issues in these areas. Not as crazy bad as they used to be, but I do still have like relative issues. But now my skin has started to get really dry, and so my cheek, the other day my cheek was shedding, and this part like right by my eye right here was shedding, literally earlier today, but also the other day too. And then sometimes, although that was more so because of my like topical acne medicine, like the corners of my eye will get super dry and cracky. And like my eyes shed really bad when I first started using my topical medicine, because I was using too much of it and using it incorrectly. But once I figured out that that's how my face reacts to it, sometimes I have to stop using it and then I'll come back. So I've stopped using it now because my face was shedding. And I was using matte moisturizer. I have two moisturizers, two La Roche-Posay moisturizers. One is matte and then the other one is like highly moisturizing. And I go in between them. Now I go in between them because my face started getting dry. Because I had bought the highly moisturizing one just to test out a different moisturizer because I don't like how the matte moisturizer from La Roche-Posay makes my face feel. But when I first started using that highly moisturizing one, it made my oily skin break the fuck out. And my oily skin hated it, and so I couldn't use it, but I just kept it underneath my sink at home. And then when I went back for, I think it was winter break when I went back. I brought it back for second semester. I brought my highly moisturizing and my matte moisturizer. So then when I'm not putting on makeup, I use my highly moisturizing one, and then when I do put on makeup, I use my matte one. But right now, I'm only using my highly moisturizing one because my skin doesn't need to be matte. It actually needs to like absorb and hydrate itself as much as fucking possible. And I'm just hoping and praying that the other parts of my face don't act up, because that's what majority of my face needs right now. I actually already did it. I ordered some stuff from Curology so that then I have something that's catered to my face and my face's issues to a T, or as close as it can be. It's an online test. I ordered that, and so that should be coming in soon. And so maybe my face will make some changes. Ugh, I hate my fucking allergies. Pollen came in kicking, can I just say? Pollen came in kicking. Like, oh my gosh. I'm taking Benadryl right now. Today, I only took Benadryl last night, and then I did Flonase when I woke up. But for the past few days, like this last week, I was taking Benadryl when I went to sleep, Zyrtec when I woke up, and then doing my Flonase. Oh my gosh. But I just bought Benadryl Allergy. Like, it's supposed to be like extra, whatever the fuck. Let me show you. I bought Benadryl Extra Strength to help myself out. And today, well, I took that last night before I went to sleep, and then I woke up, I took my Flonase, and I was actually pretty good today. I had a little sneezing fit, but then I was okay. I was okay for the rest of the day. So Benadryl Extra Strength Allergy, if you have crazy allergies, because I have crazy allergies. If you have crazy allergies, low-key, that's the move. Low-key, that's the move. I took one. That was some good stuff right there. I was gonna say something else. I just realized. I got myself off talking about pollen. Damn it. I don't know. Yeah, it's okay. I already kept y'all here too long anyway.